morning is 7:03 on this Monday, December 30th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody. It's a Monday morning, and we're ready to get started, as we always do, talking about Absolute Kubota. Don Hamlet's here this morning. I'll go ahead and say good morning and hello to you.
Good morning.
Nice. The wind's blowing a little bit. It's, temperature maybe low 40s, something like that, but not a bad day. Right.
Not too bad.
And we do start every Monday morning off with a representative from Absolute Kubota. Absolute Kubota specializes in the sale of Kubota tractors, hay equipment, zero-turn mowers, and RTVs, and they also carry Exmark mowers, one of the top-selling zero-turn mowers in the country. They're located in the same building as Absolute Rental and Supply, which specializes in tool and equipment rental. And again, Don Hamlet is with us today. Don is in sales at Absolute Kubota. Right now, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and 7 to 4 on Saturdays. And the location is 1325 West Main in Lebanon behind Advance Auto Parts. Look for their big sign. Look for the orange tractors. Keep in mind their phone number, 615-449-6171, and the website, www.absolutekubota.com. They also hope you'll check them out on Facebook. All right, let's talk about this week.
This week, first thing, maybe hours. Our hours, we will be open until 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We will be closed, of course, on New Year's Day, but we will open right back up on Thursday morning at 7 a.m. and be raring and ready to go.
Well, I think you're always raring and ready to go. Philip Etherly, and he's a go-getter, and if you didn't already have it, he's instilled it in you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believe I had it before I got there because he always laughs. And when I come in, I'm like, hey, good morning. I pretty much, my wife has, bless her heart, she's had to live with it for years. When I get up, I'm ready to hit it. I get after it, and right now, speaking of getting after it, we've got some really good sales. We've got up to $750 off a lot of lawnmowers we've got there. We've got a lot of people making those purchases right now, like the RTV 850s, paying cash or taking advantage of the 3.99% financing. You can get $3,300 off.
Ah,
so, that's a lot of money.
Well, now, are any of these that you have to worry about the end of the year on? Tomorrow is the...
Oh, yeah. Pretty much everything that we've got going, all the rebates and everything through Kubota, we never know month to month how those are going to change. Now, typically...
So you can't say that it will be gone, but you can't say that it'll be there.
We cannot. I don't want to lie to anybody and, tell them, hey, you're getting the best deal of your life today and tomorrow, and then it get better in January. But typically, since we've been open and we've been working with Kubota, the rebates are not going to be as good right after the first of the year.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, don't know what's going to happen, but we always encourage people, if your tax man especially is saying, hey, go make a purchase, it's a great time to do it with the 0% financing on so many of the pieces and all the big rebates.
Today and tomorrow to do that.
Today and tomorrow till 5 p.m. Me and Jonathan will be there, and we're ready to get you going. We'll do the financing with you. We'll walk you through the purchase process, and we'll be there after the sale to hold your hand if we need to and answer questions. Big service department back there. Those guys can take care of any warranty issues you may ever have. That's a big thing when people come in and make a purchase, Coleman. They really want to know, hey, do y'all have a service department? Because there's so many places around here that sell lawnmowers and different pieces of equipment that don't work on it after you purchase it. And then where do you go? So we take care of everything. Got a really big parts department. Any of your regular maintenance wear items, oils, filters, blades, anything like that, I'm going to say 99.9% of the time, Lance is going to have it sitting on the shelf ready to go, and you can come in. He can look it up for you and get you moved out and back out and get you ready to go.
How's your sale of RTVs been this month?
It's been great. It always is. You would think that, okay, RTVs is going to be like motorcycles or jet skis. It would be a summertime thing, but actually it's a fall and winter type purchases. We've really done good, plus the rebates, the great financing, all of those things. None of that hurts. But it's the time of the year. A lot of hunters use them. Farmers like to be able to get in them and run around and check their cattle, check their fences and do those kind of things. A lot of the different things that we sell, if you have a farm tax exemption card, they all qualify for that. So it's something to think about. Like I said, if your tax man's saying make a purchase, come see us and we'll help you make that purchase.
All right. And as far as the calendar year goes, you got today and tomorrow, as we all know, and you'll be there till 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, that's correct.
As well as today.
As well as today.
All right. Got another minute here. Anything else you want to tell us this morning?
Well, just we want to thank everybody. Get to the end of the year, and you think of all the people that have come in. We'd like to thank everybody for all their business. We hope we're an asset to the community. We hope we provide a service that helps the people out and gives them things so that they don't have to go somewhere else to get a tractor, get a lawnmower. Get an implement for your tractor. Get things worked on, keep you going, make you productive, because everybody's time is vitally important to them.
Yeah. Right. Well, we just hope people will keep you in mind, and they have. I think it's been a good year, and you're looking forward to another great one.
Oh, yeah. Want to finish this one off good and get another one started.
All right. Will you be here next Monday?
No, that will be Jonathan.
All right. It'll be Jonathan's turn in February.
Yes, he gets to wake up early. That's correct.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us today. We certainly appreciate you all being here every Monday. And that, of course, is Don Hamlet with Absolute Kubota. We're about 10 minutes after the hour, and today is the day when we're going to do 2019 in review, and that means that I'm going to be trying to do a few of the top stories from each month of the year. We're going to take it a month at a time, and some obituaries will be thrown in at the end of each month. And here we go. January 2019. The new year began with gasoline prices less than $2 a gallon at 63% of Tennessee gas stations. A Lebanon man, Daniel B. Halliburton, age 21, was sentenced to 18 years in prison after pleading guilty to sex trafficking of a minor. The Wilson County Board of Education discussed replacing the TN Ready test for student assessment with the ACT Aspire testing for the next school year. The TN Ready testing had come under fire because of software problems that slowed test results. A railroad turntable that turns trains 180 degrees arrived in Watertown from Atlanta. About the same time, the former NC and St. L Railway steam locomotive number 576 was moved from Centennial Park in Nashville to be renovated before making its way to Watertown. The restoration and installation of each is a long-range project to increase Watertown's tourism. Wilson County Criminal Court Judge Brody Kane sent a father and son to prison for selling prescription pills. Jerry Neville Jackson, age 63, of Lebanon, who had 12 prior felony convictions, was sentenced to 45 to 60 years. His son, Travis Centel Jackson, age 39, of Watertown, 16 years in prison. A grant was awarded by the Tennessee Agriculture Enterprise Fund to the Turner Dairy Shop Springs Creamery and owners Jeffrey and Elizabeth Turner. The Lebanon City Council voted to purchase 153 acres of land along 231 South near Stumpy Lane for a new sports complex. The Wilson County Fair was presented the Premier Fair Award in the AAA division at the Tennessee Association of Fairs Convention. Governor Bill Lee named former Wilson County Sheriff Terry Ash Deputy Commissioner of Safety and Homeland Security. January obituaries. Brent Foster, former Wilson County Superintendent of Schools, teacher, guidance counselor, and baseball coach, who served for 36 years. He is Lebanon High's most successful baseball coach and was inducted into the inaugural LHS Sports Hall of Fame. He also served 4 years on the Wilson County Commission. Ann Byrne Roberts, age 91, who with her husband Jack owned and operated Roberts Coal Company and Roberts Builder Supply. She served as chairman of the Lebanon Planning Commission, was a member of the Board of Trust of Cumberland University, Girl Scout leader, and helped found the YMCA. Bernice B. Putman, widow of acclaimed songwriter Curly Putman. Anthony Inslee Tony Hagan, attorney who practiced law over 40 years in Lebanon, Greenville, and Smithville. While in high school, he was an air personality on WCOR. William Robert Bob Albright, veteran of the Korean conflict, founder and owner of Waco Truck Bodies. And Eltis Norton Brown, aged 95, of the Leeville community, World War II veteran and Southern for more than 71 years. February 2019. Clarence Willis Moore, age 57, of Nashville, was sentenced to 47 years in prison for selling Schedule II drugs in a school zone near a daycare. Judge Brody Kane sentenced Moore as a Range 3 offender based on his prior history of 5 previous drug convictions. Lebanon's annual polar plunge at the Jimmy Floyd Center raised about $8,000 for the Wilson County Special Olympics. Former Cumberland University Athletics Director Pat Lawson was hired as the Executive Director of Sherry's Run. Zone 3 School Board member Tom Sotek announced his resignation from the board effective March 31st, saying he and his family would be moving out of the zone he represents. Later in the month, the County Commission chose Mike Gwaltney to replace him. A shutdown of Lebanon's waste-to-energy gasification plant was announced. Suspension of operation was due to its high cost and less than desired effectiveness. The Lebanon Democrat newspaper celebrated 130 years of local news coverage. Wilson County government agreed to purchase the 6.12 acres of Highland Heights Church of Christ for $3.35 million for expansion of the criminal justice complex. Jeff Luttrell, principal of Watertown High, was named Principal of the Year for Middle Tennessee Secondary Schools. Awards presented at the annual Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce banquet included Retailer of the Year, Joy Pine with Indian Oscars, who also won the Shop Small Business Award, Industrialist of the Year, Carl Brewer, Vice President of Distribution for Journeys, Business People of the Year, Kevin and Dennis Crotto of Hot Springs Spas of Music City, Woman of Excellence, Attorney Shelley Gardner, Volunteer of the Year, Julie Jackson, Public Servant of the Year, Ward 2 City Councilman Fred Burton, Lifetime Member Award, Yvonne Hunter, Ambassador of the Year, Jessica Dodge Davis, Nonprofit of Excellence Award, New Leash on Life's Joy Clinic, Top Friend of Education, Famous Footwear, Sports Council Award, Coach Campbell Brandon. 13.47 inches of rain in February broke the previous record of 12.37 inches set in 1880. February obituaries: Wanda McCurry Loudermilk, businesswoman who owned and operated Western Outlet Stores, Inc. for over 25 years. Jesus M. Jesse Garcia, plant manager for Steves & Sons. Gwen King, former sheriff of Wilson County, 1974 to 1982, who began his career in law enforcement at the Lebanon Police Department and ended it with the Mount Juliet Police, a total of 48 years. Linda Rowe Halbert, who served as Director of Christian Education for 38 years at Lebanon's First United Methodist Church. Joyce Knowles Badger, who taught second grade at McLean School prior to becoming Supervisor of Instruction for the Lebanon Special School District, a position she held until her retirement. Elizabeth Ann Betsy Wentworth, financial planner and educator, and John Robert Bobby Gwynn III, accountant for Texas Eastern and the Tennessee Woolen Mills, who later co-owned the Teacher's Aid and Emerald Party Supply. Our review of 2019 will continue after this break on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:17. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota and Rental, fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic still looking good right now here on 65 up through Williamson County from Franklin into Brentwood. Another wreck on Antioch Pike, this time in the 1100 block of Antioch Pike. We had one earlier in the 1500 block. Briley Parkway entrance ramp at Centennial Boulevard on an accident, wrapping up that crash in Berry Hill, 2500 block of Bransford Avenue. Celebrate New Year's this year at Ober-Gatlinburg, high above the city of Gatlinburg with live music, champagne toast. Check it out, obergatlinburg.com. I'm Commander Chuck, you're on time traffic.
Tackle all kinds of jobs around your place with a highly versatile Kubota L-Series tractor. They're comfortable, spacious, and easy to control with performance-matched implements. And a genuine Kubota diesel engine for years of reliable service. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series with a 6-year warranty, plus 0% APR financing for up to 60 months, and great customer instant rebates. Now through December 31st, 2018, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information. Stop by Absolute Kubota, AbsoluteKubota.com.
Gregory Dental in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from University Medical Center. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medore Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
And we continue. March 2019, Blues Hemp Store selling all kinds of hemp products opened in Lebanon. At a special called Sunday night meeting, the Mount Juliet Board of Commissioners voted to rezone an abortion clinic that opened in Mount Juliet the previous Friday. State Representative Susan Lynn also spoke out in opposition to the clinic. The $5.8 million Legends Drive extension officially opened in Lebanon, connecting Legends Drive with Briskin Lane at Canesville Road. By a 4-3 vote, the Wilson County Board of Education rezoned high schools in the county, with the changes to be effective with the opening of the new Green Hill High School in late summer 2020. The Mount Juliet Police withdrew from the 9/11 plan for co-location, leaving the plan on shaky ground. Magali E. Mojica, a Mexican national legally living in this country, pleaded guilty to possession of between 10 to 70 pounds of marijuana. She was immediately arrested in the Wilson County courtroom by ICE agents and apparently deported. Eric Thompson, retired Chief Executive Officer of Prospect, Inc., was the roastee for the Wilson County Library Board's 29th annual roast fundraiser. Former City Councilman Rob Sesternino returned home from military deployment and surprised his son Luca, an event that received much media attention. The Watertown City Council approved a plan to deal with its lingering sewer problems and fix them all at once rather than stagger the upgrades over a longer period of time. Trenton Jermaine Bell was found guilty of first-degree murder for killing his girlfriend Sidney Green and sentenced to life in prison. Vanderbilt University Medical Center announced plans to buy Tenova Healthcare Lebanon. In sports, the Lebanon High Blue Devilettes made it to the state basketball tournament for the first time since 1982, but lost in the opening round to eventual state champion Bradley County, 34-26. The Mount Juliet Lady Bears also made it to the state tournament, but lost their opening game to Houston, 65-58. March obituaries: John Robert Bob Hamilton, who began practicing law in Nashville and later moved to Lebanon, where he continued until retirement in 2018. Bobby Lee Wright, age 91, a former lieutenant with the Tennessee Highway Patrol and aide for Governor Frank Clement, who later owned several small businesses. Gary Austin Hall, former District 8 County Commission member and Judicial Commissioner, who also served as president of the Lions Club and Big Brothers of Mount Juliet. Billy L. Trice of Lebanon, a lifetime farmer, school bus driver, and ordained Southern Baptist minister who also served on the Wilson County Commission in the 1960s. And David Everett Scott, Mount Juliet church and civic leader and former city commissioner. April 2019. Randall Clemens was honored by the Walton Trail District Middle Tennessee Council of Boy Scouts with the Good Scout Award at the group's annual fundraiser luncheon. Tenova Healthcare Lebanon celebrated its 40th anniversary. Local citizen Lori Hicks accused 3 members of the Lebanon City Council, Camille Burdine, Jenny Lynn Brinkman, and Joey Carmack, of violating the state open meeting law by illegally exchanging emails. Cumberland University held a dedication ceremony for the Dr. H. Burt Coble Memorial Pipe Organ at Baird Chapel. Derek Southwood, a history teacher and assistant boys basketball coach at Lebanon High School, was named the Wilson County Teacher of the Year. A Watertown man, Keith Pack, age 26, was killed and 2 teenagers injured in a 2-vehicle crash on South Commerce Road. Mount Juliet leaders proposed a property tax increase of 59 cents, 39 cents of which would go to the city's fire department. Data released in April showed Wilson County was the fastest-growing county in the state in 2018. At the request of Wilson County Director of Schools Dr. Donna Wright, the alternate testing bill to replace TN Ready with the ACT Aspire test was pulled from consideration by the Tennessee legislation due to language change made by legislative committees. The whip-cracking rodeo, begun by former Mayor Philip Craighead and his wife Darlene, celebrated 10 years of fun and of raising over $500,000 for local charities. April obituaries: Peggy Ford Williams, local attorney who taught pre-law at Cumberland and was Lebanon city attorney. Charles Wayne Chuck Keel, mainstay at the College Street Fellowship House in Lebanon. Ray Hall Jennings, Watertown community leader and father of Watertown's Mayor Mike Jennings. Charles Leston Charlie Bradshaw, age 95, World War II veteran who later worked for the NASA space program under Dr. Werner von Braun. Ray Campbell Brandon Jr., girls basketball coach for 28 years at Lebanon High School, whose teams compiled over 1,000 wins, who was involved in 17 state tournaments and member of the TSSAA Hall of Fame. Harold Ray Patton, who managed the Wilson Farmers Co-op for over 30 years, member of the Wilson County Ag Hall of Fame and an original board member of Wilson Bank and Trust. Keith Williams, part owner and operator of the Lebanon Antique Mall, also longtime radio voice of the Gordonsville Tigers. May 2019. The City of Lebanon began a series of work sessions for the upcoming fiscal year budget with discussion on the possibility of a sanitation fee of $11 per garbage can. With the retirement of Pam Ash as Associate Director of Schools / Director of Teaching and Learning, the Lebanon Special School District announced the following leadership changes: Becky Kegley to become Assistant Director of Schools, Pam Sampson to be Director of Teaching and Learning, and Julie Beasley to be Instructional Coordinator / Academic Interventionist. Beth Allison was named Sam Houston Principal, replacing Julie Beasley. District 4, Mount Juliet Commissioner Brian Abston resigned effective May 24th due to his plan to move outside the district he serves. Cumberland University's 177th commencement ceremony celebrated its largest ever graduating class. Dr. Donna Wright, Wilson County Director of Schools, was named Superintendent of the Year for 2019 by the Mid-Cumberland region of the Tennessee Organization of School Superintendents. The Lebanon City Council agreed to spend $1.4 million from its fund balance to purchase the Mitchell House. Wilson County Schools hired former TV newsman Bart Barker to be Public Information Officer. A groundbreaking ceremony was held for the new Shop Springs Creamery, which will feature milk products. Esther Hockett, Mount Juliet High librarian and media specialist, retired after 58 years as an educator. David Wright retired after 50 years as a bus driver. They and 35 other retirees were honored by the school board. The Wilson County Sports Council presented $1,500 scholarships to Mia Harris, 3-year captain of Wilson Central's swim team, and to Daniel Lucas, infielder on Friendship Christian's baseball team. Wilson County's oldest veteran, Max Anderson of Mount Juliet, was honored on Memorial Day, his 100th birthday. Also, a World War II B-17 Flying Fortress bomber was on display at the Lebanon Airport with tours and flights. May obituaries: William Robert Bob Dedman, former county mayor, county property assessor, and Lebanon city councilman who starred in football and basketball at Lebanon High School and one of the first inducted into the LHS Sports Hall of Fame. Gene Edward Hale, Army veteran who taught school at Castle Heights Military Academy and was Castle Heights headmaster for 12 years. Bedford Davis Johnson, who in 1973 began a career with the Wilson County Civil Defense, then was WEMA director from 1982 to 93, and after retirement, a General Sessions Court officer. Richard R. Whitener, partner in THW Insurance Company and Civic Club leader. Billy H. Greer, Jr., U.S. Army veteran and owner of Greer Farm Fresh Produce. And James Robert Bob Clower, Sr., age 91, World War II veteran, owned and operated the Cedar Drive-In Theater, state trooper, Lebanon High assistant principal and teacher, businessman, church and civic leader. June 2019, Paxton Media Group of Paducah, Kentucky, announced it had purchased the Lebanon Democrat along with weekly newspapers in Mount Juliet and Hartsville. Nearly 500 people attended the 36th annual Phoenix Ball at Cumberland University. Over $311,000, a record amount, was raised for the university's scholarship program. Dr. Donna Wright's contract as Director of Schools was extended 1 year through June 2021 by the Wilson County Board of Education. The board also voted to eliminate the calendar committee, which helped determine school breaks. Hearthside Senior Living broke ground for its last homes, the 29th and 30th of the independent retirement community, begun in 2010. Snow White Drive-In changed ownership. Billy Wyatt, owner for the past 10 years, sold the business to his sister, Sandra Wyatt Moore, and her husband, Mark. Previously, their mother, the late Ann Birdwell, and sister Edie Oates operated it. On a tie vote, the city of Mount Juliet rejected a settlement with Wilson County Schools over the liquor tax lawsuit. Mayor Ed Haggerty and Commissioner Art Giles voted against, Vice Mayor James Manis and Commissioner Ray Justice for. The Ward Ag Center was the site for the 2019 BMW Motorcycle Owners of America rally. Attendance was about 6,000, significantly more than expected. Jeff Luttrell, principal of Watertown High School for the past 12 years, resigned to become the Human Resources Supervisor with Wilson County Schools. Assistant Darian Brown was chosen to replace Luttrell as principal. The Wilson County Commission voted to increase fees for certain building permits, including outbuildings, garages, decks, and pools. Cumberland University added 4 new members to its Board of Trust: Laura Daly, Michael Moscardelli, Robbie Porter, and Dr. Ed Powell. JoJo Freeman, Cumberland's Sports Information Director, resigned after 11 years. June obituaries: Dr. Thomas J. Gallagher, age 95, World War II veteran who practiced optometry in Lebanon for 56 years, a positive influence on thousands of youngsters, a scoutmaster and coach in Babe Ruth baseball, and one of the founders of Kiwanis Little League Baseball. Claude M. Jordan, Korean War veteran, church leader, and farmer, who was a member of the Wilson County Fair Board and served as chairman of the Crops exhibit for many years. Elliot Eugene Graves, employed by General Electric for 34 years, active member of Cedar Grove Baptist Church, where he served as deacon, treasurer, and song leader. Maddie Hobbs Hankins, who retired from Cracker Barrel Finance Department after 30 years of service, and an active member of Berea Church of Christ. Willie Howard Hancock, age 97, of Watertown, retired employee of the Alexandria Garment Factory and member of Watertown First Baptist Church for 80 years. Mary Kitty Sanders, age 90, of Mount Juliet, teacher at Mount Juliet Elementary School, then worked at the Wilson County Board of Education Central Office, later worked for the Crisis Center in Nashville. We'll do July through December on the second half of Coleman and Company. Stay with us for more here on FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:29. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford. And Bates Ford, they have the Works Vehicle Checkup, 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. The police on the scene of a minor accident, 1100 block of Antioch Pike. Briley Parkway entrance ramp there, Centennial Boulevard. We see some flashing lights as they wrap up the paperwork in that wreck with injuries in Berry Hill, 2400 block up Ransford Avenue. Celebrate New Year's this year at Ober-Gatlinburg, high above the city of Gatlinburg with live music, appetizers, champagne toast. Check it out now at obergatlinburg.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Someday you may wake up and think, uh-oh, I'm running out of time to do something about retirement. Waypoint Financial Partners can help you do something now that may provide a solid future for you and your family. Waypoint, your future, your way. For more information, call the Lebanon office of Waypoint Financial Partners at 615-444-6548. Securities and investment advisory services offered through AXA Advisors, LLC, 212-314-4600. Member FINRA, SIPC.
Middle Tennessee's only synchronized drive-through light show, The Dancing Lights of Christmas, is back for our 10th season. And to celebrate, we have a gift just for you. Not only did we add to our existing 2 million lights dancing to some rockin' Christmas tunes over a 2-mile route, now for the first time ever, kids' activities in Santa's Village are included in the per-car admission. Pony rides, train rides, inflatables, petting zoo, and so much more, all included. The Dancing Lights of Christmas at the Wilson County Fairgrounds open every night through January 4th. Like us on Facebook and visit our webpage, thedancinglightsofchristmas.com, for all the details. Why settle for an ordinary mower when you can have an Exmark zero-radius turn mowers that have been beautifying landscapes for more than 3 decades? Take advantage of Exmark's Triple Play sales event. Buy now and you'll pay no interest till March. No payment till April, plus $1,000 off all Radius X and S models. Buy now and restart your warranty till April 2020. Top landscape pros purchase Exmark 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand. So what are you waiting for? Stop by Absolute Kubota at 1325 West Main in Lebanon, or visit them online at www.absolutekubota.com.
After a weekend of soggy weather, sunshine is finally back in the forecast for the start of your work week. It will be cooler out there today. Highs will top out in the lower 50s this afternoon. If you're going to be out and about this evening, the weather will not slow you down. We'll see clear skies with lows dipping into the mid-30s during the overnight. That's your forecast. I'm meteorologist Nisa Lomax.
Coleman and Company, welcome to part 2 of Monday Morning Time to talk about Rocky Williams, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet, with Billy Mullinax, of course. Good morning to you. Oh, wait, the word premier is probably, I was thinking about this the other day, and as I look at your jacket here this morning, premier is in big letters here, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and we always say Rocky Williams, but premier is kind of the name of your business.
Well, it is. I mean, we certainly use both names, though, Coleman. We really call it Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
All right. I'm gonna have to do that a little bit more. Rocky Williams Premier.
Coleman, you just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Well, Billy comes here every Monday to talk about. Billy's general manager for Rocky Williams Premier, 600 Pleasant Grove Road in Mount Juliet. No haggle pricing. Everybody pays the same great low price.
That's right, Coleman. That's a mouthful, wasn't it?
We're here at the end of the year. Tomorrow is December 31.
That's right. Our month goes through Thursday this week, Coleman. So,
so you got through the 2nd of January,
yes,
for the year
for the year
2019.
Yep, we follow whatever the Chrysler calendar is, of course, and so Chrysler and the other OEMs run through the 2nd. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, I guess that kind of keeps everybody on the same page.
It does,
and it probably helps you as you compare this month with the month the year before, because you're always looking at that sort of thing. I mean, a good businessman knows where he is, sales and everything else. So.
That's exactly right, Coleman. But so this is a very busy time, but it's also a great time if you're looking for a vehicle, especially if you have a trade. Like we always say, your trade may be worth just a little bit more here at the end of the month.
Right. You go by whether it's called the blue book or yellow book or whatever, but whatever the authorities say a car is worth is pretty much what you base the trade-in value on.
Yeah, Coleman, there's so many, and they're all guides.
Yeah,
and that's what they're called. They're called guides. But we look at several things. Kelly Blue Book. We look at Black Book. We look at actually what they're running for and bringing at the auction right now, and look at NADA. There's so many different things, and sometimes they're very similar, and sometimes they're not even close. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, you just have it's your best guesstimate based on the information you have, and we certainly always want to be very fair to both the customer, but also to the business. We have to be able to turn back around and sell the vehicle also.
I think you've had a good year, and your December's been well, hasn't it?
It has been. It's been a really good year. December typically is one of our biggest months of the year, Coleman, and it looks like it probably is going to be. These last few days will be really, really busy. So, like I said, it'd be a great time for somebody to come down, check out the new vehicles.
Well, if you really get in a spurt here, of course, you've got Thursday as well to count in this year, but you'll deserve your day off on Wednesday for New Year's Day.
That's right, I will.
And hope everybody else there.
Yeah.
A bunch of hard workers, a team of people who've really got it all together.
Well, Coleman, we have a great team there. All of our salespeople, Coleman, they're non-commissioned salespeople, which is something that's drastically different from most of the other businesses. So they don't pay more. They don't make more because you pay more.
Yeah.
So their job becomes totally different when they're not thinking about their pocketbook when they're showing you a vehicle. Their job becomes to find you the right vehicle that meets your needs, that you like, and that fits in your budget.
So if they do their job right in finding you that right car, then they're going to get paid.
That's right.
And they get paid the same whether it was a
$2,000 car or whether it was a $70,000 vehicle, Coleman. It's all the same to them. It's just a matter of finding the right vehicle at the right price that fits their needs. And that takes a lot of the pressure, as you can imagine, off of not only the salesperson, but the customer.
Well, have we mentioned RockyWilliams.com this morning?
We have not mentioned that yet,
RockyWilliams.com.
You might see your neighbor there, Coleman.
And you'll find the entire inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's a really important thing with the price, the no-haggle price right there.
With the great low no-haggle price, Coleman, and you don't have to do anything to get that price.
And we'll tell everybody, too, you're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Going to be closed Wednesday for New Year's Day, but that's it. And the year for you officially ends Thursday.
So anytime between now and Thursday be a great time to come in and take a look at things.
All right. Now I want you to come in next Monday, and we'll do it all over again.
We'll do it all over again.
All right.
Thanks
for being with us today. Billy Mullinax, General Manager for Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet. 21 before the hour, we continue with our review of the top stories of 2019. We're to July 2019. Wilson Habitat for Humanity dedicated 2 more homes, their 78th and 79th in Wilson County. Longtime Lebanon resident, 80-year-old Barbara Dillard, won a gold medal and 3 silver medals in swimming at the National Senior Olympics in Albuquerque. A group of Texas investors announced their purchase of 5 Oaks Golf and Country Club in Lebanon. A reported crowd of over 2,000 people attended the Sunday afternoon ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Gladeville Middle School. The $46 million facility has a $1,500 student capacity. Music filled the air for the hundreds of people who attended the Jazz Fest on the Watertown Square. The Lebanon City Council approved the budget for fiscal year 2019-2020, which included a 25-cent property tax increase. It passed by a 4-2 vote, with Councilman Joey Carmack and Fred Burton voting no. Also passed 5-1 on first reading was an ordinance to spend almost $524,000 to pave and improve the square parking lot. Burton voted no. The Watertown City Council approved its budget for 2019-2020, and in it gave city employees a 40-cent an hour raise and gave slightly more funding for police and fire. Lebanon police found 2 people dead at an apartment complex, apparently due to a drug overdose. A 3rd person was sent to the hospital but died later. Lebanon firefighter J.D. Foster was severely injured in a traffic accident on East Main Street and transported to Vanderbilt Medical Center in critical but stable condition. He later showed positive signs of recovery. The Lebanon Special School District 2019-2020 budget included raises for all personnel, with educational assistants getting a 5% raise. The City of Lebanon announced the hiring of Kristen Rice to be the city's new traffic engineer. David Rollin, 68, and Lisa Rollin, 45, both of Lebanon, died when the motorcycle they were riding crashed on Lover's Lane. July obituaries: Billy M. Williams, Sr., Navy veteran who worked at Precision Rubber, later supervisor of maintenance at Cracker Barrel. Harold Gordon Bone, Sr., farmer, banker, businessman, Middle Tennessee Electric Board Chairman, 92 to 2015, and charter member of the Lebanon Breakfast Rotary Club, elder of First Presbyterian Church. Homer G. Sparks of Florida, who was hired to run the new Lebanon YMCA in 1963, a position he held for 13 years. Everett Plumley, Jr., roofing and sheet metal businessman. Thomas Jefferson Tommy Wagner, Jr., age 97, Army veteran, part owner of McLean & Smith Men's Store for 48 years, Civic Club leader and song leader at Maple Hill Church of Christ for 20 years. Amelia Rosella Mickey Hubbard Smith, member and past president of the Year-Round Garden Club, helped host and plan the Phoenix Ball and hospital volunteer. Riley Glenn Thompson, owner of Riley Thompson Plumbing. Gertrude Greer Cooey, age 93, who worked as a seamstress and WIC clerk at the Wilson County Health Department, member of Flat Rock Home Demonstration Club and Emmanuel Baptist Church. Annie Watson, age 97, retired from Texas Boot and member of Fellowship Baptist Church. 2019 August month, Sassy Pecan, a 3-year-old Minnesota business, moved its sweet shop to Watertown. After taking over the hospital on August 1st, Vanderbilt announced plans to invest $15 million in Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital for more programs, equipment, and doctors. Officials of Cracker Barrel, Wilson County, and the Fiddler's Grove Foundation announced that the original Cracker Barrel building that had recently been moved to Fiddler's Grove could not be saved and would be taken apart. That decision and the way it came about displeased County Commissioners Jerry McFarland and Sue Venata, who voiced disappointment. Betsy Jennings, daughter of Cracker Barrel founder Danny Evans, expressed her disappointment as well. The Mount Juliet city budget passed with no tax increase and a pay increase for city employees. The city was able to renegotiate a city general obligation bond to pay for a third fire hall. Lebanon's American Legion Post 15 observed its 100th anniversary. The Mount Juliet Board of Commissioners voted 3-1 to appoint Belinda City resident Jennifer Mullally to the disqualified commission seat. Meanwhile, the Wilson County Board of Education rejected the Mount Juliet liquor tax settlement offer. The Lebanon City Council approved the $1.6 million bid for a traffic light and turn lanes at Crowell Lane and Leeville Pike. Lebanon Special School District announced that its new school at 1530 Hartman Drive would be named Jones Brummett Elementary, honoring two longtime education leaders, Steve Jones and Andy Brummett. At its August meeting, the Wilson County Commission voted 21-3 to pass the 2019-2020 budget with no property tax increase. Wilson County Schools was named an exemplary district for the 2018-2019 school year, with 12 schools earning the Reward School title. The Lebanon Special School District received the status of advancing, which is the second highest level. The Wilson County Fair celebrated the Year of Wool with the theme, A Grand Celebration. Amber Agee was crowned fairest of the fair, Tammy McCormick was chosen Ms. Wilson County, and Natalie Sewell was selected Ms. Senior Wilson County. Attendance was 578,131, the second largest in the fair's history. August obituaries: Larry Edward Hallams of Spring City, native of Lebanon, football player at Lebanon High and Castle Heights, AT&T manager for 44 years. Deborah Lynn Martin of Watertown retired from the Lebanon Special School District after a teaching career of over 40 years. Paul Matthews, owner of Spectrum Plastics. David Wright, who drove school buses for Wilson County Schools for 50 years, 2017 State School Bus Driver of the Year, and member of the Tennessee School Board, or member of the Tennessee Bus Driver Hall of Fame. John Watson, Army veteran, auto parts store manager. Joe Dalton Lynch of Watertown, fast-pitch softball legend known as Smoking Joe, member of Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame and American Softball Association Hall of Fame. Joyce Bobo Barry, age 90, real estate broker with Fight Realty and Cumberland Real Estate, businesswoman, lifelong member of College Street, College Hills Church of Christ, and mother of Susie James, WANT-FM owner. Well, that takes us through August. We'll do September through December when we return after this break on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:46. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota and Rental, fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Go, 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic still moving right along out here as we check it out live through Hermitage Donaldson here on I-40 coming past the airport. A couple of wrecks out here and getting some attention like that one at 1100 block of Antioch Pike. 40 East still looks good up through Kingston Springs as traffic starts to pick up just a bit out of Dixon County. Prince's Hot Chicken is the original hot chicken in Middle Tennessee. Check it out for lunch today. 5814 Nolensville Pike. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Do you know why Rocky Williams Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Mount Juliet sells so many cars, trucks, SUVs, and muscle cars? Well, it all starts with a simple idea. Why not give everyone a hassle-free shopping experience for their new or used vehicle with no haggling, no negotiating, and no runaround? Every vehicle on the Rocky Williams lot is marked down incredibly low with the price posted on the window. You're treated with fairness and respect every time. No pressure, just a friendly, warm, inviting staff dedicated to finding the exact vehicle you need. So Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has become the original no-haggle, one-price dealer. Go online to RockyWilliams.com to see the incredible deals yourself. Every car and truck is listed with a no-haggle low price. This is for real, and you're gonna love it. People drive for miles to get some of the lowest prices in America on their new or used cars or trucks. Go to RockyWilliams.com or come on over to our brand new spacious dealership next to Walmart in Mount Juliet.
She's taken care of you your whole life. Now it's your turn to take care of her. But with a family of your own and other responsibilities, there just aren't enough hours in the day. That's That's why it might be time to call the Pavilion Senior Living. From bathing, dressing, housekeeping, and meals, the Pavilion Senior Living is committed to being senior living you can trust for your loved one. Find out more at pavilionseniorliving.com or call 444-5556. That's 444-5556.
And we continue 2019 in review. We're ready for September 2019. Less than a month after the Wilson County Commission passed its 2019-2020 budget, Wilson County school officials asked for an additional $1.1 million for 12 more school buses. Cedar Seniors, Inc. on University Avenue received a check for $500 from Mayor Bernie Ash in the city of Lebanon to help further its services to senior citizens. Wilson County Schools honored General Sessions Judge Barry Tatum by changing the name of the virtual online school, TVALS, and MAP Academy to Barry Tatum Academy. The 16th annual Sherry's Run drew more than 3,500 participants and raised over $271,000 to assist people suffering from cancer. The Tennessee Organization of School Superintendents named Wilson County Director of Schools Dr. Donna Wright Superintendent of the Year. The Watertown Public Library celebrated its 50th birthday. Cumberland University announced its largest enrollment in the school's 178-year history with 2,550 students. Lebanon's Mall, the Lebanon Outlet Marketplace, was sold to a New York-based company for $4.5 million. At its September meeting, the Wilson County Commission, by a vote of 19-3, raised the adequate facilities tax, the county impact fee, from $3,000 to $5,000. Due to health issues, longtime District 17 Commissioner Gary Keith submitted his letter of resignation. The Wilson County Board of Education reelected Larry Tomlinson as chairman and Linda Armstead vice chairman and made small amendments to two district policies. The Hope for Today Conference on Homelessness boosted awareness of the homeless problem. The two-day event was organized by Rhonda Martin of Mid-Cumberland Community Action Agency. Bartons Creek Baptist Church celebrated 170 years. The Incredible Christmas Place, a popular Pigeon Forge attraction, broke ground for a second location in Mount Juliet. Philip Fulmer, UT Athletic Director and former head football coach, spoke to Vol fans at the Capitol Theater. September obituaries. Ernest W. Cotton, Sr., local attorney for over 40 years, former county commissioner, superintendent of Wilson County Schools, and Watertown High principal, church and civic club leader. Lucille Taylor Agee, aged 99, who helped her husband Arch Agee operate Agee Flying Service at the Lebanon Airport. Inez Major, aged 94, who worked for Cedars of Lebanon State Park. Jackie Sue Taylor, realty broker, public speaker, and author. Gary Lynn Tarpley Sr., who operated Tarpley Trucking and was a Wilson County commissioner for 18 years. Gene Dunn Lancaster, real estate broker with Agee & Johnson for over 35 years. J.T. Harvey, real estate agent and auctioneer. Dwight Wendell McClanahan of Tucker's Crossroads, antique dealer. And Robert B. Thorne, age 88, founder of Thorne Excavating Company in 1963 and charter member of West Haven Baptist Church. October 2019. The Lebanon City Council approved $250,000 to renovate the Mitchell House, which it purchased earlier in the year. The Tennessee Valley Authority cut the price of its electric power for the first time in 13 years. The Lebanon Breakfast Rotary Club honored the late Gordon Bone with its 2019 Colonel Bernie Bass Community Service Award. Harold Gordon Hal Bone, Jr. was chosen to serve on the MTEMC Board of Directors to complete the term of the seat vacated by the July death of his father. Despite objections by local hotel-motel operators, the Lebanon City Council voted to double the hotel-motel tax. The 9th annual fashion show and silent auction to benefit Healing Broken Vessels raised over $3,000. Wilson Bank and Trust Board of Directors announced that John Foster would become president beginning January 2020. Sellers Funeral Home purchased Anthony Funeral Home in Hartsville. The Lebanon Public Square parking lot opened following 2 months of renovation. Inez Crutchfield, born and raised in Watertown, was honored by the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee with the 2019 Joe Craft Humanitarian Award. The Lebanon Senior Citizen Center celebrated 40 years. The Wilson County Commission elected Joe Ali, Lebanon auto dealer, to fill the District 17 vacancy created by the resignation of Gary Keith. The 10th annual Taste of Wilson County drew 75 vendors, over 1,000 guests, and raised more than $19,500 to fund teacher grants given by the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Circuit Court Judge John Wooten, Jr., first elected in 1998, announced his retirement 6 years into his 8-year term to become effective January 1, 2020. Two Watertown police officers, Stephanie Wright and Lavert Jackson, submitted letters of resignation. Sabrina C. was hired to be Wilson County's new Veteran Service Officer. Tommy Bryan, sports writer for the Wilson Post and 43-year newspaper veteran, was selected for the Tennessee Sports Writers Hall of Fame with induction set for next July. October obituaries: Murdy Ann Evans Doak, age 85, who worked for Cracker Barrel, then later started the Ann E. Doak Addiction and EAP service in Lebanon. Lynn Agee of Brush Creek, who worked in the banking business her last 20 years with Wilson Bank and Trust as vice president and mortgage loan trainee specialist. Sarah Reed Jennings, age 91, former dietitian for Lebanon City Schools and Castle Heights Military Academy. Comer Lewis Donald, local attorney who served as attorney for the City of Lebanon, City of Watertown, and Wilson County, then served as public defender for the 15th Judicial District from 1989 until November 1, 2018. November 2019. During a work session, the Lebanon City Council provided details on the estimated $1 million park to be built on Cairo Bend Road on 16 acres donated by Goodall Homes. Historic Lebanon asked for feedback on downtown development through a survey to help with their next 3-year plan, which begins in January. Kevin Dawson, current principal of West Wilson Middle School, was named principal of the new Green Hill High School to open in August 2020. The Capitol Theater held its 70th anniversary celebration. Lebanon held its annual Veterans Day parade and ceremony honoring veterans. Lieutenant Colonel Jim Henderson and wife Beverly were parade marshals, and Scott Benson, Lebanon Special Schools Director of Schools, was and veteran of Operation Desert Shield, was speaker for the ceremony. Also on Veterans Day, Cumberland University rededicated its monument honoring those who were involved in the Tennessee maneuvers during World War II. Cumberland also recognized its two oldest living alumni, Dr. Gordon Petty and Attorney James Bass, both of Smith County, who served in World War II. Compassionate Hands celebrated its new location at the Spain Building of Lebanon's First United Methodist Church and also opened its shelters as cold weather came early. Chancellor C.K. Smith ordered the city of Mount Juliet to pay over $472,000 in liquor taxes plus interest to settle the suit between the city and Wilson County Schools. The Wilson County Commission voted to place a sales tax referendum on the March presidential primary ballot. If passed, the local sales tax would increase by 0.5% and be used for teacher raises. Celebrating 200 years, Lebanon's bicentennial celebration to honor its 1819 incorporation featured history, games, music, and fun. November obituaries: Sam Gamble, age 88, Lebanon branch manager for Middle Tennessee Electric. Thomas Lee Tommy Knowles, former Lebanon High teacher and coach, later director of circulation for the Tennessean and Nashville Banner newspapers. Charles R. Purnell, age 88, of the Bellwood community, Army veteran, lifelong farmer, and beef cattleman. William Howard Bill Arnold of Mount Juliet, former county commissioner who later served as superintendent of Wilson County Solid Waste. Gary R. Keith, in public service for over 50 years, having worked with the Lebanon Police Department, Parks and Recreation Department, Commissioner of Public Works, then the Wilson County Sheriff's Office for over 25 years. He also served as city councilman and Wilson County Commissioner. Alfred Armstrong Adams V, age 92, Army veteran, farmer, and businessman who once owned the Lebanon Democrat, also Adams Outdoor Advertising and Adams Insurance Agency. Third-generation member of the Cumberland University Board of Trust, Boy Scout, and Civic Club leader. And December 2019. Mount Juliet is to spend some $165,000 from its hotel motel tax fund to pay most of the cost to build a signature clock tower at the intersection of East Division Street and North Mount Juliet Road. The Wilson County School Board voted 5-2 against changing the start time for school back to the times that were used prior to the current school year. The Lebanon Library closed in early December for renovations to be made and will reopen in early January. Amy Nichols resigned as tourism director effective January 3rd. The annual Empty Bowls fundraiser garnered over $6,000 for the Wilson County Community Health Center. Volumes 2 and 3 of Linda Grandstaff's pictorial history books of Wilson County were made available, with proceeds supporting the Wilson County Archives. After months of speculation, it was revealed that Project SAM was the purchase of 2 tracts of land in Mount Juliet by retail and tech giant Amazon for a 3.6 million square foot building expected to bring 1,000 jobs. Lebanon Special School Director of Schools Scott Benson received one of his best evaluations and a 1-year contract extension. 7-year-old Rowan Frensley died when he fell off a float after the Mount Juliet Christmas parade. Hundreds gathered the following day for a candlelight vigil. Loans totaling $5.7 million from the state will help the city of Lebanon pay for 2 projects to improve the city's water infrastructure. Mount Juliet commissioners gave approval for Parks Director Rocky Lee to look at 3 sites in the city where a public indoor swimming pool could be built. It could possibly be made available for all Mount Juliet school swim teams who now have to go to Lebanon for practice and meets. Governor Bill Lee announced the appointment of former State Senator May Beavers to a 6-year term on the Tennessee Board of Parole. And December obituaries. James Todd Beard of Mount Juliet, owner of Blue Moon Barbecue in Lebanon and Nashville. Glenn Oko Hamlin, age